You're wearing cotton right now. Probably. The average person owns 70 pieces of clothing, and most of them started as a plant in a field thousands of miles away. You pull on a t-shirt in 3 seconds flat. You've never thought about the 18 months it took to create it. Why would you? It's just fabric. It's everywhere. It's invisible. But here's something that might surprise you. That shirt required 2,700 liters of water to produce, enough to fill a bathtub 20 times. It traveled through 15 different countries before reaching your closet. It was touched by dozens of hands you'll never see. And the $15 price tag? It hides a manufacturing reality that would change how you shop forever. Cotton has been cultivated for 7,000 years. Ancient Egyptians wrapped mummies in it. Indian traders made fortunes selling it across continents. For millennia, it remained a luxury. Hand-picked, hand-spun, hand-woven. One shirt took weeks to produce. Only royalty and merchants wore pure cotton against their skin. Then the Industrial Revolution changed everything. In 1794, Eli Whitney invented the cotton gin. Suddenly, one machine could process 50 pounds of cotton daily, work that previously required 50 workers doing it by hand. Production exploded. Prices collapsed. Cotton became cheap enough for everyone. But someone still had to pick it. The cotton gin didn't reduce labor. It multiplied demand. American plantations needed more hands in more fields. The slave population doubled between 1790 and 1810. Cotton built empires on stolen labor. The cheap fabric revolution was paid for in human lives. The industry in your closet carries that history in its DNA. After abolition, the system shifted overseas. Today, 75% of the world's cotton comes from China, India, and Pakistan. The hands changed. The economics didn't. A garment worker in Bangladesh earns $95 per month, less than 3% of what the same job pays in the US. Fast fashion didn't invent exploitation. It industrialized and globalized it. The $5 t-shirt exists because someone, somewhere, paid the real price. Here's the thing nobody tells you. A cotton plant takes 5 to 6 months to mature. Each plant produces bolls, pods that burst open to reveal fluffy white fiber wrapped around seeds. Harvest happens in autumn when bolls dry naturally. In industrial farms, mechanical harvesters strip entire fields in hours, grabbing everything at once. Hand-picking still exists for premium cotton. Workers select only ripe bolls, leaving others to mature. Same plant, completely different quality outcome. Raw cotton arrives at gins caked in seeds, stems, and dirt. The ginning process separates fiber from seed using rotating saws and brushes. 1 pound of raw cotton yields about half a pound of clean fiber. Seeds get crushed for cottonseed oil. The cooking oil in your kitchen probably started in a cotton field. Clean fiber gets compressed into 500-pound bales and shipped to spinning mills. Here's where transformation begins. Machines card the fiber, combing it into parallel strands, then drawing stretches those strands thinner. Finally, spinning twists fibers together into yarn. The tighter the twist, the stronger the thread. T-shirt cotton gets loose twists for softness. Denim gets tight twists for durability. Yarn travels to weaving mills. Looms interlace vertical threads with horizontal threads at 600 insertions per minute. The pattern determines fabric type: plain weave for bed sheets, twill weave for jeans, jersey knit for t-shirts. Raw fabric emerges gray and stiff. Finishing transforms it completely. Bleaching removes natural color. Dyeing adds new color using 8,000 different chemicals depending on the shade. Mercerizing treats fabric with sodium hydroxide, making fibers swell and reflect more light. That shiny finish on dress shirts? Chemical treatment, not fabric quality. Finally, fabric ships to garment factories. Pattern cutters slice dozens of layers simultaneously using computer-guided blades. Sewers assemble pieces at industrial speed. 15 minutes for a basic t-shirt, 45 minutes for jeans. Quality control checks 1 garment per 100. The other 99 ship untested. But wait, there's an environmental cost nobody advertises. Cotton farming uses 6% of the world's pesticides and 16% of all insecticides, more than any other single crop. Those chemicals run off into rivers and groundwater. The Aral Sea in Central Asia has shrunk by 90% since 1960, largely because cotton irrigation diverted its source rivers. Dyeing adds another layer. Textile dyeing is the second largest water polluter globally, behind only agriculture. That vibrant blue in your jeans? It took 20,000 liters of water to achieve. Water that often returns to rivers, carrying heavy metals and carcinogens. The shirt that costs $15 at checkout costs far more downstream. So how do you buy smarter? 3 labels actually matter. First, OEKO-TEX certification, Global Organic Textile Standard. This covers the entire supply chain: organic farming, safe dyeing, fair wages. If it says organic cotton without GOTS, only the farming was verified. Second, OEKO-TEX Standard 100. This certifies the finished product was tested for harmful chemicals. It doesn't guarantee ethical production, but it means the fabric touching your skin is safe. Third, Fair Trade certification. This addresses worker compensation and conditions directly. Price anchors to understand. Under $10 for a t-shirt means corners were cut, materials, labor, or environmental protection. $15 to $30 gets you ethical basics from transparent brands. Above $40 enters premium territory: organic cotton, domestic manufacturing, verified living wages. The math that matters: a living wage t-shirt costs about $8 more than fast fashion. That's 2 coffees, spread across 70 garments. Ethical clothing costs $560 more total, less than a phone upgrade. So next time you grab a shirt off the rack, you'll know that price tag is just the beginning. The real cost includes water, chemicals, and hands you'll never shake. That's the process. We reveal how things actually work, one story at a time. If there's something you'd like us to explore next, let us know. Until then, trust the process.